everyone, it's your favorite late night last word DJ. Had a really good question come up in Alliance chat today, especially because today's Heroes Day for Versus, and everyone is investing their shards and cashing in their tickets and skill medals and exclusive weapons, and a lot of people now are starting to put heroes on the wall. And up till now, maybe people have been paying attention, but at a certain point, when you've got a lot of your heroes kind of maxed out and you can't go much further, being able to throw them on the wall is really the only way of driving some additional power up with them, besides your skill medals and gear. So want to kind of break this down and demystify this. I waited until I got some more violet shards here so that I could kind of demonstrate the rationale for it. So you come to your walls, you can flip to any one of them, see who's on there. So your gold heroes, most valuable ones, you can see I've got quite a few on the wall here, and not a single one of them has hit level 50 yet. And that's because every single universal shard that I get, I'm still working on my last few star pieces for Adam and Swift, and then I got to get Fiona up as well. But since she isn't in one of my primary squads yet, that's not been a big priority. So all my universal shards, gold shards, are still going to these guys. So what you see on my wall here, these are purely, this is 430 Marshall shards that I've gotten, or Murphy shards, and used specifically for him. You can see Williams is pretty rare, so these shards are, he's a little bit lower there. You see the Mason shards, these are specific to Mason. And here's a tip that I threw out there earlier today. So you're going to have purple heroes on your wall. Violet in particular should be one that you definitely have, because there's so many shards floating around out there with the season battle pass. Probably a lot of people are going to have Monica on the wall because she was one of the earliest purple heroes you unlocked. And then you got a couple others that are just coming up. Now, Monica I got up with using purple shards, but every other hero that has been joined, so Violet and Scarlet, were hero specific shards that got them on the wall. So I stopped investing universal purple shards in my purple heroes as soon as I had one on the wall. And the reason for that is because, as you can see, every 50 upgrades you get, so basically every 500 shards you invest in this hero, you get a percentage buff. And you can see they vary across the different heroes. So Monica in particular is a hero attack bonus that you get. Violet boosts the HP. Scarlet is also HP. If you come down, like Mason is attack. Stepman is, ironically, Stepman's defense. That's kind of interesting. So other than trying to prioritize a certain type of boost, really just the most economical thing is just to invest in them in clumps of 50. So for example, I got Monica to 200, and suddenly for some reason when I got her to 200, it's starting to take 20 shards per upgrade instead of just 10. That was why I stopped investing in Mason, except with Mason specific shards, because he was taking 20 universal shards per upgrade. I don't want to do that. Per upgrade versus 10 like Monica did, which means that it would take twice as many purple shards to get the same attack buff. Now I think maybe the difference here is she only has a 0.25 percentage point per level. I just noticed Mason has a 0.5 percentage point per level, probably because he's a UR hero. So I guess that kind of evens out in the end. But all in all, I just had an easier time getting Monica up to that level. So the next one that I've started focusing on, obviously, is Violet, given all the Violet shards that have been coming out lately. I got her to 52 today, And what you'll notice is that every time it's not like you have to go in chunks of 50. You can still invest these shards as you get them, especially on versus day. They're great for versus points. And you'll notice that the all hero HP is going to go up with every shard that I jump. So it's not a lot. It's 100 hit points per, but that's 100 hit points per hero. So that's 500 hit points in your squad. And every single person that's on your wall, every single level is getting you those additional points. And then so now you can see I have 33 more universal shards. And she is the closest purple hero I have to, getting to the next level. You know what? Mason's actually, this is tempting. I'll throw, because I already have 18 Mason shards, I'll just bump him up. That's actually 200 hit points. I actually am going to invest some in Mason here just because I've gotten her to 50. Now it's going to take 450 more to get her to 100. And I have Mason at 40, so it's only going to take 200 shards to get him to 50. Did I do the math right? Yeah. Yeah, 20 times 10, 200. So I'm going to invest a bunch of purple shards in him to get him to 50 next before I come back and work on Violet again. And then obviously you can see all these Loki shards have all been Loki specific shards. That's gotten to 15. And then all my blue shards I've been dumping into Gump. And you can see the blue here has just increased your load capacity. That's it. But they still boost your all hero HP, which is still a nice bonus. So look, that is, I think, that the 5-minute explanation for how you should be looking at your wall. Again, until you've gotten all 5 stars on every single hero that you use in your main squads, there's no point in using universal shards in your wall. Just dump them into your actual heroes and get these guys. Really, remember the priority is getting them to 4 stars first, because when you get them to 4 stars, you can see like Fiona, if you come to her skills, this is still locked, this last skill. And this is a big jump. When you boost your hit points, attack, and defense 20%, and you reduce your skill to cooldown speed by 10%, that is a big deal. As soon as you get your heroes to 4 stars, that's when this last skill unlocks. So as you are upgrading heroes, it is preferential to get 1 to 4 or get all of them to 4 first before you start driving them to 5, because 5 to get from 4 to 5 is 500 shards. That's quite a bit. The only exception to that, I would say, is if you're working on an exclusive weapon. Say, Carly's the next one to get an exclusive weapon, and say you have her at 4 stars, and maybe you're working on your air squad, and you have a couple other heroes that might not be at 4 yet, but you want to be able to unlock her weapon when it's released. Then it's worth dumping some shards into Carly and getting her to 5, so you can get that weapon when it's available. Yeah, I think that answers all the questions. Let me know if I missed anything or if I need to clarify. Thanks all.